All right, so I'm from Costa Rica. We moved here, me and my partners, it's four of us, just a few weeks back. And the reason we came to the UK it was because we wanted to be closer to one of the meccas of the music industry worldwide. I mean, this is not the only one, but for sure, it's one that has impacted the world, even though it's coming from a small island. In Europe. And the reason for that is because, we're musicians, we're from the background of music, we're also from the background of technology, we're from the background of filmmaking, we're the background of changing people's lives. A lot of people these days, especially with the digitalization of the industry in itself, say over and over again, let's see, that the music industry is dead. And events like this is a complete, thing that this disguises that, right? I mean, the music industry is just changing, and it's changing, and it's continuing changing. It's been changing for decades, and probably since ever existed. And it's just that things are different now. Some people adapt to those things, some people don't adapt to those things. The industry can feel like, they're missing part of it, and the big labels fight some people, and the small artists try to fight the big ones, and everybody's trying to find their part. We as entrepreneurs are trying our own part, and being from a small country as Costa Rica, but one that thrives in a lot of things, from technology, biodiversity, tourism, and stuff, we thought we can make a change. Now, I don't know if the screens are flickering just as my computer is, but the music industry and the music and the way we experience music and the way we engage with musicians is disconnected. Before, it was the radio, it was the album, it was the concert. Now it's all over the place, from YouTube, which is many things to many people, but it still is the number one streaming music service in the world, to Facebook, where people go to new things and find out, how people, what is new with their artists, to Twitter, where artists engage in a more personal level with their fans, but yet they're all disconnected. And that's the one thing that nobody has been able to solve up until now. And that's somehow what we're trying to do with Leave. We started Leave because we thought that up until now, a lot of the services that have come out there and that have taken presence in our phones, in our computers, in our minds, had really not come out from the artist's point of view, from the musician point of view. The person that sits hours and hours composing at home, in their garages, taking their instruments on their cars, hoping for it to get discovered, or maybe not, just for the fun of it, for the fun of playing, for the fun of performing. And that's what makes us artists, right? At the end of the day, we create things for our enjoyment, but sometimes for other people's enjoyment as well. So we started Leave as a platform to engage, but also to monetize our fans. The music industry is an industry where there has fans. It has fans included. It's not like anything else, right? We're not brands trying to find fans. We bring the fans with us. But along with other industries, as a difference of other industries, we have fans, but we don't have customers. It's difficult as musicians to get customers. And that's what a lot of people, try to figure out as well. So we came out with Leave as a way to engage and monetize our fans so that we can continue making more music and more art, increase the fan bases, scale the way we can sell and market our tickets, our music, and our merchandise. The number one place to sell merchandise is at the end of the concerts. It's because that's where the people are more engaged and they're more pumped up about our music. And yet that's difficult to scale. We also want to get discovered as people listen to us, especially nowadays. that there is a lot of independent music being used in commercial ways. But we also want to analyze, and this is kind of like the data stuff that allow us today to analyze our fans, analyze the people who are engaging. How are they engaging? Where are they engaging with our music? And how can we use that to improve our own things? But that's not all. I mean, then it becomes a business, but it's also a passion, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we all have to eat. But as fans, we like to connect. And that's when we provide a one place for all things music. One place that is built for music and is not built for other things. Right now, Leaf is under demo. You can download it on your iPhones if you want. You can go to leaf.fm.s. I'm going to show you a small demo of what we're building. So if you will download this on your phones, you will get music, curation of music, because that's a way that we can discover stuff, that we can discover new tunes, new and old. We can engage with our communities and together recommend music to ourselves, and eventually it was going to get us to purchase stuff that we liked. Not everything that we listen are we going to end up purchasing, but at the same time, they're all there, and we listen to many of them, and we engage with them in different ways. So with Leaf, people can listen to their music, but also can engage with their artists. This is a small example where music in a free form can live along with a commercial mean. There are also ways that we can aggregate content that is dispersed and bring it into a better experience. So just like we had YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter around, we can have something similar in a form that engages the user. This is a small example that we're building right now. So we're just showing it for the first time. We're still building. But this is a way that we can bring this stuff and in a way that the artist can own it, and in a way that the artist can use it, and that we can just provide this and give the artist its own life. A lot of people misses MySpace in many ways, the old MySpace, not the new MySpace. It was because of that sense of the community that it had, the sense of direct connection. Things have changed ever since, but there is still a void in people's hearts. There's still a void in people's in fans, in the way they connect themselves and discover. So this is just a way. I mean, and this not only works for independent musicians. We presented this early this year to a few mainstream artists. Katy Perry's not one of them, but this is just for, kind of like description purposes. But this is how like Katy Perry will look. I mean, she's a mainstream artist as it comes, right? But it's still they struggle in the very same way. Lady Gaga's struggle is similar. Right now, a lot of the mainstream artists are a product in itself, and they disconnect from the music. And a lot of them, it was the music that got them started. In some way in between, got lost in this whole commercial part because they needed to figure out a way to make money. With Leaf, we want to provide artists with a platform from where they can focus on making music and let the fans integrate with them and engage with them in a way that there can be a symbiosis back on the industry. And for us fans to continue experiencing music for on and on. Music is free. People don't pay for music anymore. They pay to remove ads from their experiences. So might as well, the artists, which are not making that much either for streaming, can just give their music for free and upsell their fans on things that they care. Those fans that are willing to pay $400 for a concert ticket to be in front. And that's what we're trying to do with Leaf. So give it a try. Go to leaffm.s. You can download it on your iPhones right now. We're launching the web profiles in a couple of weeks with a couple of album releases from Costa Rica and here in Europe. What is interesting is the response that we have got from the musicians themselves. because they somehow feel that they can own something for the first time in a long time. So give it a try. Thank you.